Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. So, we are from group 2, and the members from our group are Annisa Humairoh, Ayu Siska, Chisty Allodya, Nabila Sri Agustina, and Marsella Safitri Dewi. So, in this video, we'd like to explain and presenting about qualitative research. So, please pay your attention. So, the first material will be explained by Annisa Humairoh, which is me. So, the topic that we will discuss is about qualitative research design. What is qualitative research? So, qualitative research involves written or spoken language from visible persons and actors. Qualitative methods describe and analyze individual or group occurrences, events, social dynamics, attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions. As a result, the formation of fundamental assumptions marks the beginning of the research process associated with a qualitative method. Then, it is associated with the rules of thought used in research. Qualitative research seeks to comprehensively study participants' behaviors, perspective, motives, and behaviors using words and language in a natural setting. Okay, so the first material is phenomenology. Phenomenological research is qualitative study that attentively observes and listens to people's explanations and understandings of their experiences. Phenomenological study seeks to understand and explain a person's life experiences, including interaction with others and the environment. Phenomena approach is included in pure qualitative research because its implementation is based on efforts to understand and describe the distinct characteristics of the phenomena that occur in oneself.
Thank you, moderator. So I will explain about ethnography. Ethnography is a branch of the social science and humanities. Ethnography is from the word ethnos, which means tribe, and graphene, which means writing or description. There are six of characteristics ethnography research. The first is cultural themes, and then second, a culture sharing group, and then three is based on field work, and then four is description in ethnography, and then five is context, and then the last is researcher reflexivity. The first is cultural themes. Ethnography research focuses on developing culture and implementing it by a particular ethnic group. And then the second is culture sharing group. This second characteristic implies that ethnography research can be carried out on two or more people with the same attitude, language, and behavior. And then three is based on fieldwork. Is taken utilizing ethnographers going directly to the field or research location. And then four is description in ethnography. The description in ethnography contains a detailed description and explanation of what the object did during the research. And then five is context. The context is in ethnography research is the overall setting of the place, situation, or environment surrounding the cultural group under study. And then the last is researcher reflexivity. This characteristics means that a conscious and open attitude towards the research role will create a willing or reliance. And then there is types of ethnography research. The first is realist ethnography, and then second is critical ethnography. The first is realist ethnography. Realist ethnography shows objective condition in a cultural group reported from a third person point of view. The researcher will describe the fact in detail and report what is observed and heard from participants while maintaining objectivity. And then second is critical ethnography. This critical ethnographic approach is research that tries to respond to ongoing social issues such as gender, emancipation, power, status, and inequality of rights and equity. So next is case study. Case study research is a method used to find or investigate problem in depth about an individual, group, institution, social movement, or even related to the phenomenon, context, and time. There are some of characteristics case study research. The first is viewing the object of research as a case or problem, and then viewing case as contemporary phenomena, and then done based on the fact or exciting fact, and then using various data search for research, and then the last is using the appropriate theory as a guide or research reference. Thank you. I think that's all. Back to moderator.
Well, my name is Nabila Sri Agustina with student ID number 2020-205056, and I want to explain the next material. And the next material is grounded theory. This grounded theory technique uses observation and field studies to collect data and compare categories, phenomena, and situations using inductive, deductive, and verification investigations until the data was saturated. And the next material is historical method. Historical method study use historical fact and witnesses to recreate the past. This data can be found in historical documents, artifacts, verbal accounts, and credible lived witnesses, because it examines events that have passed. The hallmark of historical research is the time when phenomena are seen as developments or change based on the time shifts. Okay, the next is participants in qualitative research. Qualitative research start with specific social settings, not a population. Qualitative study results are applicable to similar social settings, not the population. Qualitative research use resource, participant, or informant instead of respondent. Qualitative research observe and interview social situation specialists. Purposeful thought and aims determine the interviewers. Qualitative research uses purposive and snowball sampling data sources are sampled with purpose. Exploring the object or social situation under investigation will be simpler if the researcher understands what to expect. Snowball sampling is used for tiny data sources that grow. Qualitative researchers can determine their sample before and thought out their investigation.
Okay, the next material is qualitative data collection. In qualitative research method includes any spoken and written material, including visuals and photo that helps answer the issue formulation or study topic. Qualitative data is collected by observation, documentation, and interview. Use non-human sources like papers and records, as well as focus group discussion. For instance, interview, not observation, are utilized to learn instructors' opinion about the new curriculum. Observation is used to study how a teacher produces a vibrant classroom. Okay, next material is in qualitative research. Various interview models are as follow. Number 1 is deep interview. Number 2 is interview with general instruction. Number 3 is open standard. Number 4 is interview structure. Number 5 is interview unstructured. And the last is interview semi-structure. Okay, I think that's all from my explanation. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Ayu Siska, student number 2020-5039. So I will continue the explanation related to qualitative data analysis and data trustworthiness. Qualitative data analysis. One method of conducting data analysis that may be used to seek for recurring themes or patterns within a body of research is called thematic analysis. If a study seeks to investigate in depth the qualitative data they have, uncover correlation between patterns in a phenomena, and describe the extent to which a phenomenon happens from the researcher point of view, then this approach is particularly successful in accomplishing those goals. And this is the stages of doing thematic analysis. The first is understanding data. Here, the researcher needs to understand and integrate with the qualitative data obtained. In addition, reading and rereading interview transcripts as well as listening to interview recordings or seeing films generated during the process of data collection is the most efficient approach to become more integrated with the data. And the key goal of this initial stage is for researcher to have the impression that he is beginning to grasp the contents of the data that he has received and to start finding items in the data that are linked to the research question that he has posed. Then the second is composing code. Beginning the coding process is the second step in performing a thematic analysis of the data. This coding can be compared to the process data a librarian does to identify the topic of a book's title. Codes are a type of label or feature that are included in the data that are relevant to the research topic. In this scenario, the researcher is the one who decides which bits of information from the interview transcript require coding. The data needs to be expressed in the clearest way possible so that when it is analyzed in the future, the researcher can have a better understanding of the significance of the statements made by each participant. Then the third is searching for themes. The research objective needs to be reflected in the theme. This theme identifies anything significant in the data that is connected to the strategy used to formulate the research problem. The pattern of the occurrence that is being studied may be described using this theme. And the next material is data trustworthiness. The process of determining whether or not qualitative research is accurate and reliable is referred to as verifying the validity of data. The concept of data trustworthiness covers the requirements for the degree to which the data are credible, transferable, dependent, and confirmable. In addition to the four criteria, the qualitative methodology includes 8 data checking approach, which are follows: participant extension, observation persistence, triangulation, per checking, sufficiency of references, negative case studies, member checking, and extensive descriptions. I think that's all from me. Thank you.